Hi everybody, and welcome to 107 Ninjago Facts You Should Know. This is based off the YouTube series made by ChannelFrederator. They've done a lot of really cool facts videos, but there hasn't been one for Ninjago yet, so we decided to make our own. Just before we start, at the time of production, Season 7 hadn't come out yet, so there won't be too many facts about that one. There also won't be too many about the LEGO Ninjago movie coming out in 2017, since it's separate from the show. Also, we apologize in advance for the audio quality. We're far from experts and we don't have the greatest microphone. Sorry. Alright, so without further ado, 107 Ninjago Facts You Should Know. Number 1. Ninjago is a computer animated show taking place in the titular land of Ninjago, following the adventures of LEGO figurine ninjas. The show first aired in 2011, went into hiatus in 2012, then returned in 2014 and is still running now.
Number 2. Ninjago is huge. The series currently encompasses a brief pilot season, 7 full seasons, a TV special, multiple mini-episodes and animated advertisements, multiple books and comics, 3 video games, an online community called Woo Crew, t-shirts, alarm clocks, and other licensed merchandise, and of course, many LEGO sets.
Number 3. LEGO had already released ninja-themed sets before Ninjago, and the new show borrowed a lot from the previous theme. However, the inclusion of vehicles and cities placed Ninjago in a more modern setting.
Number 4. Ninjago was originally targeted towards boys ages 8 to 12, but it quickly gained a large fanbase of teenaged and tween-aged females. This led the writers to include several plot developments in later seasons aimed at pleasing the female audience, such as the love triangle between Jay, Nia, and Cole, and the introduction of Nia to the official ninja team.
Number 5. The show was intended to end in 2012 with Season 2, but in 2014 it came back with Season 3, rebooted. Since then, it has become customary for the writers to hint at the next season within the current season.
Number 6. Although each of the ninja is supposed to be attuned to a specific elemental power, the 4 original ninja did not have significant elemental powers of their own until Season 3. Before Lloyd gave up his golden ninja status by splitting his golden power among them, they had to rely on elemental weapons for their powers.
Number 7. The ninjas' lack of built-in powers was retconned in Season 4, when Sensei Garmadon revealed they were all descendants of elemental masters, whose powers were presumably innate. Season 5 retconned the retcon by again claiming that the original 4 ninja would not have powers if not for Lloyd. At the same time, though, it claimed that Nia had innate water powers because she was descended from a master of water. Go figure.
Number 8. Although a lot more elements have materialized starting at Season 4, fire, lightning, earth, and ice are officially still the main elements.
Number 9. The show's writers, brothers Dan and Kevin Hageman, have stated that they have originally had to fight LEGO to keep several of the aspects that make the show what it is today, including the inclusion of Nia and the use of a season-long storyline rather than one-off episodes.
Number 10. The Hagemans also mentioned feeling a little constrained by the restrictions on language and violence necessary to maintain a Y7 rating. Dan has said that he likes the concept of spinjitzu because you can't see what the ninja are doing inside the colorful tornadoes, and he imagines they might be, quote, tearing out a jugular. Wow, Lloyd.
Number 11. In an early concept for the show, the ninjas' specific elemental powers weren't mentioned. Instead, they were supposed to have qualities that made them similar to their elements. Kai was as agile as fire, Zane as cool as ice, Jay as fast as lightning, and Cole as solid as earth. Some of this might have carried over into the pilots, where it's hinted that Jay can run as fast as a speeding truck.
Number 12. In the original concept, the ninja also had different careers before Wu found them. Kai was a disco king, Zane was a snowboarder, Jay was an expert gamer, and Cole was into mountain biking.
Number 13. According to development producer Tommy Andresen, original concept names for Kai were Blake, Whitman, Poe, and Ash.
Number 14. The show had a lot of other name changes too. Lord Garmadon was originally going to be Lord Demick, but the name didn't translate well and was changed. Natakan was originally Azad, Nia used to be Aura, Cruncha and Nukal could have been Crunch and Crumble, and Samukai was Grim.
Number 15. An early sketch for the Master of Speed, Griffin Turner, showed him with an afro.
Number 16. Original concept art for Season 4 showed Klaus with a much longer ponytail. Skylar also looked wildly different when first designed, but the Hageman brothers rejected the design as too slutty.
Number 17. In Season 4, Zane finds that Pixel has been disassembled and her drive has been plugged into a computer. Tommy Andresen originally had a somewhat more disturbing idea for this reveal, involving Zane finding Pixel's still living disembodied head. We're with the production team on this one.
Number 18. There was also an early teaser trailer that features Kai battling with Nukal over a lava pit.
Number 19. LEGO partnered with the show American Ninja Warrior to create a series of stop-motion animated shorts of Ninjago characters participating in the Obstacle Course Challenge.
Number 20. For several years, a Korean language blooper reel with made-up subtitles circulated on YouTube. Eventually, an English language version came out as well. The short portrays Ninjago's voice actors as actual Legos clowning around during recording, with only the shadowy form of Michael Donovan, the show's actual casting director, guiding them through their lines for the next room.
Number 21. The instrumental scores for the show are largely composed by Jay Vincent and Michael Kramer, while vocal arrangements are provided by The Fold.
Number 22. The show's iconic opening theme was originally going to be sung by the voice actors, but in the end, The Fold's rendition was chosen instead.
Number 23. The opening theme currently has 7 renditions. The original Weekend Whip, a remix for Rebooted, the Tournament Whip, the Ghost Whip, the Pirate Whip, the Rift Whip, and the Time Whip.
Number 24. Because all this wasn't enough, the Weekend Whip also got a cover by Kidz Bop.
Number 25. The Fold has also written a lot of other songs for Ninjago, including After the Blackout, 21st Century Ninja, and Day of the Departed.
Number 26. Legoland recently introduced a virtual reality ride called Ninjago The Ride, where riders can interact with realistic-looking Ninjago battle scenes.
Number 27. The Japanese manga magazine Korokoro published a humorous promotional short featuring the Ninjago characters.
Number 28. A special puppet show called Realm of Shadows was produced exclusively in Malaysia. The play was written by Dan and Kevin Hageman, is set between Skybound and Day of the Departed, and is considered canon.
Number 29. Even though it isn't a Nickelodeon show, Ninjago is often featured as an option in the Kids' Choice Award polls. It tends to lose to SpongeBob, though.
Number 30. Lloyd makes multiple cameo appearances in the highly successful The Lego Movie, though he's only referred to as the Green Ninja.
Number 31. LEGO Dimensions, a multi-crossover video game released in 2015, included Ninjago levels and character figurines.
Number 32. The online multiplayer game LEGO Universe included Ninjago as well. In the world of Crooks Prime, there is a location called Ninjago Monastery Ruins, where Nido the Ninja of Imagination defends himself from Skulkin. Completing tasks for him allows a player to master Spinjitzu.
Number 33. If you count all spin-offs in LEGO Universe, there are 7 or 8 characters who have been called or implied to be ninjas without actually being part of the main ninja team. Nido, the Grey Ninja, possibly the same guy, Dareth the Brown Ninja, the Time Ninja, Celil the Phantom Ninja, Skylar, and Little Nelson the Purple Ninja.
Number 34. The Blu-ray release of the LEGO Movie featured a bonus short titled Enter the Ninjago. It featured Emmett, the main character from the LEGO Movie, meeting Lloyd and the other ninja. The short served as a teaser for the upcoming LEGO Ninjago theatrical release.
Number 35. Speaking of the theatrical release, while Dan and Kevin Hageman worked on the script, the movie is forecasted to be completely separate from the show's continuity. It takes place in the same universe as the LEGO Movie and will feature a different premise, different character designs, and different voice actors.
Number 36. In 2016, a humorous short was included before the movie Storks, promoting the upcoming Ninjago movie. The short features Sensei Wu fighting with a chicken over whose name will be written on a wall, and man, saying that out loud.
Number 37. The Hageman brothers frequently make cameo appearances as Lego figurines in the show. During Season 6, Skybound, they even had speaking roles and were referred to as Dan and Kevin.
Number 38. Kai is voiced by Vincent Tong, who also did the voice of Flash Sentry, Twilight Sparkle's love interest in the My Little Pony spin-off Equestria Girls. Ironically, in Ninjago Season 5, the villain Moro was voiced by Andrew Francis, who has also voiced Shining Armor, Twilight Sparkle's brother.
Number 39. The voice actor for Zane, Brent Miller, runs a successful YouTube channel where he builds Lego sets and even interviews other members of the Ninjago cast and production crew.
Number 40. Kirby Morrow, Cole's voice actor, has had previous experience being a ninja. Among his numerous other roles in both animation and live action, he played Michelangelo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation.
Number 41. Kevin Hageman, one of the writers, was an actor in a 1988 We Sing movie. He played Peter in Grandpa's Magical Toys.
Number 42. Jay Walker is voiced by Michael Adamthwaite, who also voices Ninjago's mailman and had a brief role in a Twilight movie. Still not enough romantic drama for you, Jay?
Number 43. Lloyd's voice actor, Jillian Michaels, has been bravely voicing a teenaged guy for years by now, but she also contributes her voice talent to Edna Walker, Jay's mom.
Number 44. The debate over whether Nia should choose Jay or Cole after Rebooted was often brutal, but for the record, Nia's voice actress, Kelly Metzger, thinks Nia should be with Ronan.
Number 45. Brothers Michael, Brian, and Paul Dobson all voice act for Ninjago. Michael is Pythor, Brian is both Ronin and Soul Archer, and Paul plays at least 10 different characters ranging from Sensei Wu to Nero to Flintlock.
Number 46. Lloyd's mother, Misako, is voiced by Kathleen Barr, who has provided voice acting for several other animated series, including Mattel's Barbie movies. Most of her other roles are those of female villains.
Number 47. At the end of Season 3, Rebooted, Pixel hears Zane's disembodied voice in the factory as the machines come to life to rebuild Zane. The Hagemans claim that the original ending was supposed to make it clear that Pixel was talking to an already rebuilt Zane. Since the animation for the show is done in Denmark, something may have gotten lost in translation.
Number 48. International versions of the show often have some interesting variations in the intro. For example, Chinese episodes of Season 4 featured the original theme song being sung in Chinese rather than the new tournament whip, and included Chinese versions of the characters' names animated right into the title cards.
Number 49. Japanese and German episodes have their own specially painted title cards, and the Japanese episodes do a Next Time on Ninjago teaser at the end of an episode, rather than a Previously on Ninjago recap at the beginning.
Number 50. International versions can also have some plot and dialogue variations. In Australian showings of Season 5, Jay's
"Whoa, Lloyd's got through puberty!"
line was removed. In Germany, a lot of the violence, implied alcohol, and heavier romance of Season 6 were removed or altered, and Zane did not explicitly die at the end of Rebooted.
Number 51. The censorship goes the other way, too. In most international versions, the episode Home has a brief shot of Zane sitting inside a refrigerator. In US showings, this shot is removed and replaced with a voice-over note left by Zane.
Number 52. Speaking of international versions, while everyone knows that Lloyd is voiced by a woman in the US, in Japan, the one voiced by a woman is Cole.
Number 53. Possibly because Lego is a Danish company, international audiences often enjoy special treatment. New seasons often air in Europe, Asia, or even Canada before the US release, and certain spin-offs or comics are only available internationally.
Number 54. A completely separate version of Day of the Departed was animated especially for Chinese audiences.
Number 55. While most Ninjago graphic novels are published by Paper Cuts in the US, Europe enjoys two different serial comics spinning off from the show. The comics are published by Blue Ocean in Germany and come with special bonuses like games, quizzes, posters, and minifigs. Little Brown & Company has published 3 collections of these comics in the US: Tournament of Elements, Ghost Ninja, and From Ghosts to Pirates.
Number 56. The multiple books, comics, and video games made for Ninjago are technically considered non-canon. However, they usually make a lot of effort to remain true to the show, obeying the timeline and building off the show's events. Tommy Andreasson has said that later Ninjago books will in fact be considered canon, starting with the trilogy of Dark Island comics.
Number 57. The video game Shadow of Ronin was released in 2015. Although it closely followed the events of the show, the story was set in Spinjago rather than Ninjago. Interestingly, Spinjago was the original working name for the series while it was being conceptualized.
Number 58. Ninjago's first video game, called Lego Battles Ninjago, came out at roughly the same time as the pilot episodes. The game featured strategic mechanics similar to Civilization or Age of Empires, roughly followed the plot of the pilot episodes, and even allowed you to play as the skeleton warriors instead of the good guys. It also featured newly animated cutscenes and an unlockable blooper reel.
Number 59. Although the comics tie in closely with the show's canon, the characters are always drawn as real Lego figures with holes in the legs, despite the show's characters not having this feature.
Number 60. The book Tournament of Elements briefly featured a Master of Water called Lar. Luckily for Nia, soon to become a Master of Water herself, Lar is not officially considered canon.
Number 61. Before the release of Season 6, early pictures of the accompanying Lego sets had fans freaking out over a minifigure of a red-haired girl called Claire. The figure's appearance and placement in the set photos prompted speculation that she might be Jay's cousin, his future love interest, or even a future ninja. The last of these was due to an 8-shaped necklace the minifigure wore, which fans suggested meant she was the 8th ninja, if you counted Skylar or Dareth as the 7th. However, Claire never made an appearance in the show at all.
Number 62. In Episode 10, Season 1, Jay calls upon the power of wind rather than lightning. Fans were always puzzled by this, and when LEGO started teasing Season 6 by saying Ed and Edna were not Jay's biological parents, it led to speculation that Jay was somehow related to a former Master of Wind, and thus possibly also Moro.
Number 63. On YouTube, searching Ninjago turns up over 1.5 million results.
Number 64. On fanfiction.net, Ninjago is currently 28th on the list of cartoon fanfictions, with over 4.3 thousand fanfics. 28th place may not sound all that impressive, but it means that Ninjago fans have outwritten almost 500 other cartoon series, and lost only to legends like My Little Pony, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not bad.
Number 65. Lloyd seems to inspire the most memes within the fandom, including his tendency to mispronounce Dragon, and speculation that he might be a brony.
Number 66. Ninjago often welcomes participation from the fans. LEGO has produced stop-motion shorts narrated by kids, contest winners have had their stories officially published or their scripts made into animated shorts, and the Hagemans have admitted they've gotten at least one story idea from a young fan.
Number 67. While Day of the Departed was seen by many as a Halloween special, the show was originally going to have Christmas specials.
Number 68. The Hagemans actually did not write Day of the Departed or the 7th season, Hands of Time. These were instead written by David Shane.
Number 69. Day of the Departed was originally supposed to be a full season, but was shortened to a 44-minute special. Perhaps because of this, there is no explanation for why the Day of the Departed LEGO sets feature Little Nelson the Purple Ninja.
Number 70. Particularly in earlier seasons, the show's animators often got confused and assigned lines of dialogue to the wrong character, probably due to similarities in voices or confusion about who was who. Many different swaps have occurred, but the most common mix-up seems to be Cole and Jay.
Number 71. The show has encountered some pretty significant continuity errors throughout its history. Some of the most noteworthy include Zane claiming
Ninjoids don't dream!
when he'd had vivid prophetic dreams only 1 season ago, Wu growing much older over the decade or so Garmadon was locked in the underworld, a dramatic retcon of the Serpentine's relationship with humans, and the unexplained disappearance of the ninja's elemental blades, the Sword of Sanctuary, and the Ultra Dragon.
Number 72. The ninja are often shown playing video games, and they're not shy about playing as themselves. In the first episode of Season 1, their TV screen shows footage from the pilot episodes in the US airing, and footage from the LEGO Battles Ninjago video game internationally.
Number 73. Season 5 revealed that Ninjago is actually one of 16 interconnected realms, kind of like parallel dimensions. Other known realms include the Underworld, the Realm of Madness, Cloud Kingdom, the Cursed Realm, Chima, Ninjago, and the Departed Realm.
Number 74. On the other hand, it has been confirmed that another LEGO series, Nexo Knights, is not in the Ninjago universe.
Number 75. Although Ninjago is only one of the 16 realms, there are lots of ways to get from one realm to the other. Dragons, Traveler's Tea, or the Realm Crystal allow you to cross into any realm you like, while certain special openings called backdoors connect to specific realms. Examples of these connections include the Fire Temple, the Mountain of Madness, the Blind Man's Eye, and a curse from Klaus's spellbook.
Number 76. Ninjago and its counterpart, the Dark Island, have a roughly yin-yang shape. They also look like 2 dragons chasing each other's tails.
Number 77. The Overlord officially cannot be permanently destroyed because Ninjago always needs a balance of light and dark.
Number 78. During the pilot episodes, Wu warns of disastrous consequences if the tornado of creation is done incorrectly. Apparently the alternative would be called a tornado of destruction. So, regular tornado, I guess?
Number 79. Despite the alleged power of the move, the Tornado of Creation was only used a few more times in Season 1 and then never summoned again, except as a special move in Shadow of Ronin.
Number 80. According to official sources, Lloyd was born before Garmadon was banished to the underworld, so Garmadon was only banished for a decade or so.
Number 81. Ninjago has a lot of in-universe lore. One of the most famous examples is the fictional sci-fi series Starfarer, which appears to span TV shows, movies, and comic books. There's also Chirp, Ninjago's version of Twitter, and the video games Sitar Hero and Fist to Face.
Number 82. Ninjago has its own alphabet. The signs and books in later seasons really do say things in Ninjagian text. The cover of Cliff Gordon's Handbook to Wooing Women, for example, has its actual title printed in Ninjagian text.
Number 83. Sensei Wu and his brother Garmadon are the 2 sons of the first Spinjitzu master, the being who originally created Ninjago with Spinjitzu. Because of their special lineage, they age very slowly. Wu is actually hundreds or even thousands of years old.
Number 84. On the other hand, the Serpentine age extra quickly. Even though Scales and Selma seem to have raised a school-aged son in between Season 2 and Rebooted, not that much time passed between the 2 seasons.
Number 85. In the Season 5 episode Sticks and Stones, an accident damages Zane's voice box and leaves him speaking backwards. The actor really did record brand new lines for this episode, even though they wouldn't be readily understandable to the audience.
Number 86. A fan-favorite episode in Season 1 involved Lloyd temporarily dyeing Zane's G pink. The show acknowledged this by featuring the pink G in Chen's museum in Season 4, even though Lloyd had supposedly washed out the pink color back in Season 1. Apparently someone noticed this, because the official Ninjago website posted an explanation. Back in Season 1, Chen sent someone to steal the pink G out of the washing machine and replace it with a white one.
Number 87. The show often draws heavily from Star Wars. Samwise is a lot like General Grievous. Lloyd and Garmadon's storyline resembles Luke and Anakin's. Ronin bears a lot of similarities to Han Solo. The Luma swords from Season 2 are definitely lightsabers, and there's even an instance when Wu says,
I fear there is a great disturbance in the Force.
Number 88. In the LEGO sets, Jay's original lightning dragon was the only one to have 6 limbs, 4 legs, and 2 wing claws.
Number 89. On the minifigures and in the comics, Kai is portrayed with a much larger and more visible scar over his eye. Jay's minifigure hair is also much redder than it is in the show.
Number 90. Until Sensei Yang, Sensei Wu is the only human character to have a 3D rather than a painted-on mouth. The Overlord is still the only character to have fingers.
Number 91. Kai is currently the only one of the ninjas who has never cried. For sure, at least. Meanwhile, Jay holds the record for crying the most. At least 5 times as of Day of the Departed.
Number 92. Tommy Andresen has hinted that Kai's main objection to Jaya is just that he gets less attention from both Jay and Nia because of it. And he's an attention hog.
Number 93. Nia couldn't do Spinjitzu while she was Samurai X because of her secret identity. You need to be complete to do Spinjitzu, and having a secret ID just doesn't cut it.
Number 94. Even though Kai controls fire, it can still hurt him if he doesn't concentrate. It's also stronger than his dad Ray's fire.
Number 95. Zane's insides change between Season 2 and Rebooted. That glowing blue power core definitely wasn't there before.
Number 96. Zane's falcon also changes. In Season 4, the bird is still shown with feathers, but in Season 5, it's shown as a collapsible bare metal construct Zane carries in his arm. No word on how or why the change took place.
Number 97. Jay Vincent and Michael Kramer usually write several new pieces of music for each season's soundtrack. The exception was Skybound, which due to some legal technicalities only got one new composition, the Nadakan Suite.
Number 98. Pixel was actually the 16th assistant droid Cyrus Borg built. The previous ones were rejected for having faulty emotional suppressors.
Number 99. One of the many official guides and books about the show has stated that Ronan's eyepiece is cybernetic. This jives with the fact that he uses its built-in thermal vision during Season 6.
Number 100. Another guide covering up through Season 4 of Ninjago featured a chart showing perfect match scores for various Ninjago couples. Cole and Nia were the only perfect match. Jaya and Pixane were shown to be pretty good, while Kyler seemed to be edging on the dubious side.
Number 101. The writers did not originally plan for Zane to be a Nindroid, just a very serious guy. However, Brent Miller drew voice acting inspiration from Data, the android in Star Trek TNG. Hearing Zane's robot-like inflection in the pilot episodes inspired the Hagemans to actually make him a robot.
Number 102. The Tournament of Elements introduces many new elemental masters. However, 2 of the masters, Mr. Pale and Tox, are actually borrowed from another LEGO series, Ultra Agents. In that series, they're the villains Invisible and Toxikita.
Number 103. What with all the new characters in Tournament of Elements, there have been a lot of naming glitches. Some of the mix-ups include Tox versus Toxikita, Mr. Pale versus Pale Man versus Invisible, Shade versus Shadow, Camille versus Camille, and of course, how in the world to spell Skylar.
Number 104. According to Tommy Andresen, Wu and Garmadon do not have a mother.
Number 105. Despite being the Black Ninja, Cole's favorite color is orange. This was reflected in Rebooted when his spacesuit featured orange lights when everyone else's had their normal suit colors, and also in his Airjitsu outfit, and possibly the orange glowy hands from Day of the Departed.
Number 106. According to one of the guidebooks, Kai's had his eyebrow scar long before he became a ninja, and even Nia doesn't know how he got it.
Number 107. The Hageman brothers have confirmed that as of Season 6, the ninja are teenagers. Tommy Andresen has also tweeted that Zane is the oldest, being at least 60 years old. Cole, Kai, and Jay are roughly the same age. Nia is 2 years younger, and Lloyd is the youngest.
Alright, and that's all. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned something new. We also want to give a special mention to some friends over on fanfiction.net. Thank you so much to Destiny Willowleaf, Skylark Starflower, and Moonlight MM123 for contributing facts, sources, and even some of the images used in this video. This probably couldn't have happened without you, so thank you so much, everyone. We're putting up a link to ChannelFrederator's channel so you can check out some of his 107 Facts videos. They're really cool. And feel free to check out some of our own videos too. They're over here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good day.